So, hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. A special warm welcome if you're brand new here. My name is KiwiSimsKate. Kiwi because I'm from New Zealand, Sims because I love The Sims, and Kate because that's my name. It's as simple as that. Now, here is a new YouTube video after a little bit of a hiatus. It is summer here in New Zealand. We've just gone through Christmas and New Year's. I'm also studying full time at the moment. So yeah, the channel's been a little bit quiet, and I do apologize for that because I love making these videos. I love putting out content. I just love The Sims 4. So yeah, I don't love missing out on my videos and getting behind on my schedule, but unfortunately there have just been other life events that have had to take priority at the moment. But don't worry, I'm not going away. I will still be here and making content as much as possible. Hopefully one day able to make more content more frequently. That is the goal. So today I'm bringing you another apartment renovation. This apartment is in Evergreen Harbour. And it is, I can't remember the name of this apartment block. But I really love these apartments in Evergreen Harbour, and I've also been having a lot of fun playing around with the tool mod, which is what you can see me doing here. So with the tool mod, you can actually adjust the windows and the doors on the exterior walls of apartments in The Sims 4, which you can't do normally. So only with the tool mod can you do this. It is a little bit finicky and complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. And I've been practicing a little bit recently, and it's just so nice to be able to change some of the windows and doors, because in my opinion, a lot of the default ones aren't particularly stylish. So I like to be able to change them up sometimes. It also can really change the look of the whole apartment just by changing out the windows. I only end up changing these front two for this apartment. I leave the others at the back the same, which I believe are just base game windows. I also leave the front door the same, but I changed that one in the kitchen and one beside the window. I'm using the Desert Luxe kit window in the kitchen, and the one beside the front door is one from high school years. I love that one because you can, it's interactive, so your Sims can sneak in and out of it. I just think that's such a cute little touch, and one of my favorite parts of the interaction that came with the high school years pack. I've also figured out a kind of layout here. I think from memory this apartment starts with one bedroom only, so I wanted to add a second bedroom, and this meant obviously there wasn't as much space for everything else, but in my mind the people who live here is maybe a very small family, just a family of two. I was imagining a mother and her teenage daughter, but obviously you can put anyone here. If you wanted more space for the living area, you could easily take out the second smaller bedroom and just shift the bathroom along, and you would have a much bigger living space. As it is right now, the living space is pretty small, but I think it still works. I mean, it certainly has that apartment feel that, you know, everything is small and crammed. There's not a lot of space. There's certainly not a lot of storage. But I had a lot of fun using some of the new items we got over the last few months. So I really made use of the Pastel Pop kit items, the high school years EP items, and the everyday Clutter kit items. So I used a lot of those in this build. As you can see here in the living room, I'm using some of the Pastel Pop kit with that awesome flower. I'm pretty sure that's from the Pastel Pop kit. It might be the everyday Clutter. I'm not actually very good at distinguishing which came with which. But also that kind of tiled side table, I love it with the wavy legs. I love that so much. So I felt like I should make this apartment not super pastel-y, but just a bit colourful, a little bright, slightly bohemian maybe. I just wanted it to be not too bland. Often I tend to go really matchy with my colours, and the colours tend to be a bit more sort of sophisticated or elegant, sort of more whites and beiges and browns and blacks. But this apartment, I wanted to have a little bit more fun, go a little bit more wild, and maybe some styles that I wouldn't normally use in my builds. So I just wanted to also make sure this build had a few elements for your Sims entertainment level in case you did want to play with this apartment in your game. So there is a bookshelf there in the living space. I managed to squeeze in a little 3-seater table in the kitchen. And that table came with Snowy Escape. I love that table so much. And I thought that the pattern on top actually, I don't think I've used it in another build, but I thought it worked quite well here. And the chairs and the kitchen counters are of course from Dream Home Decorator, one of my absolute favourite packs for building with. And just placed a bit of clutter around the place. I didn't end up cluttering this apartment too much just because of the size. I thought because it's a smaller build, I didn't want there to be not enough space for your Sims to move around if in fact anyone wanted to download this and use it in your build. Just a note that if you do download this and place it into your game, the windows that I changed, when you place this down into this apartment in your game, the original windows will also still appear. So what you'll need to do is use Tool Mod to remove the original apartment windows. I haven't got a tutorial on Tool Mod or how to adjust windows or doors in apartments, but there are so many amazing Simmers out there who have put some on YouTube. So if you just have a look on YouTube for Tool Mod tutorials, yeah, it's pretty straightforward, and there's some great ones out there that you can follow along. But that's just a note in case you're a bit confused if you download this and you think, hold on, this looks really weird. Now I'm moving on to the bathroom. I keep, again, it pretty simple. I do try and keep some similar kind of colour themes through here. So I wanted everything to at least look kind of cohesive, but not too dull in colour. So I kind of used those yellow, browny, orangey tones from the tile on the wall, bringing that through into the rug and into the wood of the shelving wall decor, and then some pastels again in the wall plant object, and using that really cool mirror again, I think we got from Pastel Pop kit, the kind of wavy one. I really love that as well. I didn't think I would love the Pastel Pop kit as much as I do. In my real life, I'm not a pastel person usually. I don't wear pastel colours. I don't tend to decorate with pastel colours. But in The Sims, I just think it works so well because of the cartoony nature. Yeah, and sort of just the fantastical element of the game. I feel a lot more inclined to use these colours here. I like using things that maybe I wouldn't normally do in real life. As I say, it's not generally my Sims design style, but I do have a lot of fun playing around with it, especially because, you know, I wouldn't have it in my real life. Here I've moved on to the master bedroom. So in my imagination, this is for a mother, single mother who has a teenage daughter. So she's a little bit artsy, she's a bit bohemian. I gave her an art easel in her bedroom. Wanted to make sure I had some activities in the home that they could do, and just a couple of little decorations here or there. I used the cute new candles we got, the sort of wicker cane bed in this sort of white and peach bedspread. I used some items from the Blooming Rooms kit. No, Eco Lifestyle is, I think, the plant above the bed. And I think the plant on the bedside table is from Blooming Rooms kit. And also the plant in the hallway is Blooming Rooms kit as well. Lastly, I move on to the teenagers' room. It is pretty pastel. This is the room where I just allowed myself to go super twee, super cute, super pastel. And the Pastel Pop kit, it was of course my inspiration. I used a lot of colors and objects from here. I used this new wallpaper that we got, and once I placed the wallpaper down, I more or less got the vibe of the whole room. Again, this wallpaper is something I would absolutely never have in real life. I think it would be far too much for me, but in The Sims it works. And also this cute purple tiled bedside table. I love it in the game. It's so cute. One thing I do have to note, unfortunately, I really wanted to create this split level situation in this bedroom where the bed was just up a little bit. So you'll see I raised the foundation. That's not in the build when you download it. I'm sorry to say that it didn't work. When you create an apartment in The Sims and you want to upload it to the gallery, you actually can't if it's got platforms in it. And I did not realize this until I was making this apartment. So I was trying to select the whole apartment as a room when you take out the wall by the doors, and it wasn't working, and it was really frustrating me. So in the end, unfortunately, I do get rid of the platform and it's all one level. However, that is a super easy fix to just create the platform. Just draw a wall exactly where the edge of my platform is, raise the small room that would have been created at the end there by, I think, just the one, and then delete the wall. There you go, there's your platform. And then you'll need to just adjust the platform trim as well back to that blue, kind of pastel blue color if you want it like that. I tried a couple of different layouts for this bedroom too. It's a pretty awkward shape. It's quite small, smaller than I think I realized. So when I started going through the objects from those 3 packs that I wanted to include, the high school years, the Pastel Pop kit, and the everyday clutter, I was just discovering all these amazing items that I wanted to use, and nothing was fitting. Well, a few things were fitting, but I wanted to use more than there was space for. So you can see here there's those huge bookshelves that are currently in the middle, on one side of the room and blocking the window. I get rid of them in a second, I think just here, yeah. And I move the clothes rack to that side of the room. Unfortunately, they were just too large. Some of the proportions in that kit they're a little off, and that and the desk just seem a little bit too large. So I didn't use them. I used a smaller desk instead, which is kind of looks like an X, or it looks like a school desk. Maybe they got it at a flea market or something, I imagined. So I made the desk space much smaller than I had thought, and I also got rid of the bookshelf. But I did use a bunch of other items. I managed to fit quite a few other things, in fact. I placed some of the clutter on top of the desk. I used that awesome floor mirror from high school years. I used this sort of wavy edged corkboard, which I love. I used the floor clutter, which came, I think, with high school years. And of course this door, which I love, that also came from the high school years pack. That pack just has so many amazing items. And yes, I've probably become one of my favorites to build with, I would say. It's got a lot of variety as well. And here you can see me kind of playing around with these sort of cheerleading pom-poms on the wall. But I think I changed that. I think I decide I don't like it and I change it up in a minute. I can't remember what I replace it with. And I pop a few postcards on the cork board, and give the sim a little computer as well, because I loved the new computers that we got. They're super, super cute. And that's pretty much the room. It's very bright and it's very, very colourful. So the screenshots will be here shortly, and if you want to download this build, my gallery ID is KiwiSimsKate. You can find this build and all of my others there. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. It supports the channel so much and I will forever be grateful. You can also follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at KiwiSimsKate, or catch me streaming live on twitch.tv/KiwiSimsKate. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and take care out there. Bye!